And we're all just like, is this girl like okay? Ends up being the superstar of the show because America is falling in love with her.
This is not a test.
Ready? What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Something went wrong with Vinny. Today, I am joined by Mike Figs, just fresh off our Miami trip. We got the shades on today. These are my prescription shades. These are
my prescription shades.
You might have just picked them up from one of the interns.
I totally did.
5 seconds ago.
And they fit just right.
They do. You look great.
Thank
You
you.
look like a Guido.
Thank you, Daddy.
I think I wore those on Jersey Shore season.
right.
I wore shades like that once to a red carpet, the movie awards.
Mm-hmm.
I had an Affliction t-shirt on, a white blazer, sunglasses that looked like that, and a fake platinum chain.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
And I bet you that outfit was actually expensive. Relatively. Like,
Part of it, I didn't understand what was going on. I used to think like you could wear fake jewelry. I was like, it's jewelry, who cares, you know?
yeah.
But it's like platinum.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
it
I'm
made your
wearing is
neck
platinum.
green, bro.
Yeah.
It's like that Jackson shit.
It's a Jackson.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Is it like?
And also,
is it
zoom in my next green.
Is it plastic?
It's like they just say it's plated, gold plated, but the inside is styrofoam.
Nice. Well, we're fresh from Miami. Have a lot to talk about today. Most epic bombshell episode of Love Island aired last night,
Oh my God.
where all the girlies are fighting. Diddy just kind of got like released from prison or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was the episode. This is going to air on Tuesday, but I already did a bunch of debriefs on my story
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And
Can't see.
what are your initial thoughts?
Shit was wild. Shit was
Yeah.
crazy. I still love
You're more
Alandra.
diplomatic than I am.
Yeah, shit.
I'm a
was
little
wild.
bit like, I'm team this person.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought Olandra was gangster as fuck. I was like, good shit, Olandra.
Yeah.
The way she was talking to him, yeah, she was
to
like,
Taylor, you're talking about.
yeah, the way she was talking to Taylor. So like, you know, there's two sides of the coin. Like, girl, come on. The red flags were right in front of your face. The guy was he was moving so slowly like a fucking snail. He wasn't giving you an affection, whatever. But I like how she, you know, but she called him out. She's like, this new bitch comes along and you just changed your whole act. I felt bad for her. I also, you know, I also want her to strangle me and I want to risk my family.
Yeah.
I also want to leave my family for her and I want her to like
You wanna
fart in a
mo-
mason jar for me. But
You want to motorboat her.
yeah. So maybe I'm just a horny guy.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of people,
thought,
their judgment gets clouded depending on who they think is beautiful.
yeah.
You know, maybe like who they want to be friends with in real life.
I like what you said because in my straight guy mind, I was like, yeah, Olandra, fuck yeah, put him in his place. He's a bitch. And you were like, dude, what? She's been missing the signs forever. You know?
So I take another kind of approach to it, where I think that, of course, if she wanted to get that out and actually get gangster with him and talk like that, I don't know if that was the right time to do it because it just set him up
I wish
for
we could
this
watch that clip.
epic fucking reunion. I don't think we could watch it because
Yeah.
But she just set him up for this like epic way that he could just kind of shit on her.
Yeah.
That closing was quite amazing.
Yeah.
The way he never really talks. Like no one's ever
I was
like,
surprised.
heard him
I
like
was
form a
surprised.
sentence.
Yeah. I was
and he's
surprised
like,
by him.
all right, you want me to pick?
You want me to pick?
I pick Clark.
And Clark's just like,
Yo,
was just there,
I
just
love
like-
her faces. It's so great.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, like now going back to the substance of the. Now, by the way, there are some people that listen to this podcast that like don't even watch Love Island. They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
this, but
Yeah.
we're talking about it. So, by the way, going back to the substance of it is like Taylor didn't do. I feel so gay right now. Taylor didn't.
I had to take the sunglasses off.
Well, they're women's. Taylor didn't do anything wrong because he had this kind of like weak ass connection with her. He played it out.
Yeah.
He never told her that she wasn't allowed to go talk to anybody else.
True.
And then once they did the whole split the house into two, everybody started exploring different things. Sierra started exploring different things with the girl with the little Jufro. Fucking
Elon.
yeah. who else? Shelly.
Mm-hmm.
She's still exploring the connection with the dude she met.
He was also gangster.
He was great. I like him.
He was just like straight up.
So
He stood on business.
well, that's the Huda thing. We'll talk about that after.
Talk about hood, okay.
But so he Shelly was exploring,
Mm-hmm.
and Taylor did the same thing. He explored and he found somebody that he liked that makes him feel like a kid.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a relationship with her. He wasn't dating her. There was no. I can see the argument if he was like head over heels and they were like laying down together and having sex and all that stuff. But you even said it a couple of weeks ago. You're like, this kid doesn't even. He just wants to hang out with the guys.
He wants to zip line in the pool.
Sit on the pool and talk about his new Nintendo Switch.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah. So it just sucks, and I think she feels a little bit played out. Obviously, she has the right to feel like that, but unfortunately, she's in this trap now where she's like not serving any other purpose on the show except to be like a little bit of a scorned woman.
Yeah.
While her man just like takes the fucking new girl in front of her and starts touching and being kissy. Meanwhile, she could have like just left gracefully from the beginning.
Yeah, she was upset. She was fed up that she thought she could change him.
Well, she has no other purpose there, so she's probably going crazy in her head.
Yeah.
She's probably like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm just getting shit on left and right.
Yeah.
And that's why the producers do. They put you in a pressure cooker environment to where you snap. And that's where she snapped.
Do you think she's going to realize, like, I should have seen the signs. What I did was wrong?
Yeah, and I think she's trying to. That's what's kind of what the outburst was. She's been trying to hold it together and see the signs and be like, I look crazy if I just, because he had the right. He can go. We're in Love Island. We can explore different connections. But I don't know. I don't feel like it just wasn't her best moment. Just actually kind of revealing that stuff.
Yeah,
because again, it set him up to. And now the Landry girl's going to ride with her. Whatever you say goes, whatever. Like, we love you. But I think objectively, everyone's kind of feeling it because, again, he even said it. He's like, I'm not moving for you. I'm moving for me.
Yeah, he turned up.
I can't have this whole experience just based on what looks good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the most we've seen him speak.
Literally.
I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. I was like, where was it?
Afterwards, he's like, let's go ziplining.
Yeah, and then he was like, you guys ready to bungee jump? Like,
anyone got a pool noodle?
Yeah, that it's so funny. But if you look at it from the outside perspective, Alandra was kind of like, oh, I wish she would be more romantic. I wish she would do this. I wish she would do that. She was kind of pushing.
The connection was weak.
And that Clark girl didn't do anything. That Clark girl just kind of like nuzzled like a cat up to him. And he was just like, oh, golly. He was just like, yeehaw. He was just happy.
Yeah, no one can explain it. Because
guys don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Guys don't like that shit.
What?
I think there's like an
when you're trying a little too hard,
girls
you're
like,
asking for it.
I could change him, or like, all this shit, or like, don't worry, I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna mold you. I don't think guys like that.
Yeah. You either kind of feel the vibe or you don't.
That's it.
And for him to be so strong on the girl Clark in 3 days, it's not. Everyone's looking at like it's a bad thing. Like, how could you do that for 3 days and me for 3 weeks? I'm like, that's the most revealing thing to me.
Yeah.
If he could do it in 3 days with that person, that means that he did not fuck with you.
Yeah.
And he's fucking with this person. So.
It's sad though because Alandra is cool. She seems cool, but she just might be. I think she
is cool. Just the more she's sticking around now and not having connections with other people, she's getting involved in drama.
She is, and she needs a man, not a boy. She needs a man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. She needs a man to pull up, and who appreciates her, and
It was always kind of weird to me though, like that she was so attracted.
Me
to
too.
Him. A lot of these girls are melting over this kid. I can't.
Taylor. He must have a fucking hog on him.
He's not even fucking a horse. Them. He's
probably got a fucking Stromboli.
I don't know. These girls are loving him. Remember, he had two of them.
The two baddies. In Casa Amor. Right now, he was just like, I don't know what to do. Who wants to play tic-tac-toe? Who wants to play oversized Jenga? I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude. He pisses me off. She needs a man.
I'm laughing at that because we were trying to do a joke about me in Jersey Shore for like weeks. We're trying to crack this code about me wanting to play the oversized Jenga.
Mike, we need a guest for the podcast, dude. The oversized Jenga bit. Hold on, let's try again.
And it never worked, but this is what we were trying to say. It was just like some guys want to be in the hot tub making out, and some guys want to play oversized Jenga, and that's what I wanted to do. All right, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. I always talk about mental health. I think it's very important. I'm an advocate for therapy. I've been in therapy, especially us men, Mike Figs. You get the stigma of not being able to talk about your mental health as a man until my man Tony Soprano kind of broke that stigma.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? He's like the godfather of anxiety at this point. And I have anxiety. And I have a godfather that also has anxiety. Anyway, the point is that we have physical health, and you can have like physical health things wrong with you, and you can have problems with your mental health. And just like the way you fix your physical health, you should fix your mental health and work on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's literally all you have. You know, of course you have your body, but you need your brain to operate and flow and work in the world. And
it's a reflection of one another.
Yes, for sure.
Strong mental, strong physical. Got to be 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
Yep.
And you know, I think that men have this pressure of like, you're not allowed to talk about having anxiety and depression and whatever else you're going through, relationship problems or whatever. That's why BetterHelp is awesome, because it makes it super easily accessible for you to get help. You do it on your phone. They have thousands and thousands of licensed therapists that you can check out. My favorite part about them is that you can switch if you're not really vibing with somebody, because sometimes like it's not always going to be the right person for you. So BetterHelp makes it easy for you to switch and to find it. And even if you want to like maybe go somewhere in your mental health journey at some point, BetterHelp is just a great place to start. Just so you have someone to talk to, communicate with, text with, call, and they make it super easy. You can't get easier. It's in the palm of your hand, okay? Let me read my little call to action here. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Vinny. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/VINNY. Go help your mental health today. Now let's get back to the show.
How'd you feel about Ace and Austin?
Okay, well, hold on.
Oh,
so the next biggest thing involved Ace. The Austin thing was whatever. He's kind of weird.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. About Jeremiah, and I agreed with him.
He had Jeremiah's back.
Yeah.
Jeremiah needs to come back and fix all of this.
Like Thanos. Like, he's got to come with the glove. And
he
fucking
needs to
snap.
come back, fix all this shit, get all these fucking people in line, okay? All the girls will start melting over him.
And just make
all the
love to
guys
butter.
will just fucking start like being threatened, you know?
Nick's cold sores will start coming out of his face. He'll be so upset. The cold sores start popping out.
Nick is stressed.
He should show up with Huda's kid. Just show up. He should show up holding Huda's kid. She just runs away from the other guy.
Yo,
he saves her.
Where is this kid, by the way? Oh my God.
MIA, brother.
Yeah. Literally in Miami. Oh, it's so funny. But the other fun thing that happened was like the mean girl clique of Shelly, Alandria, and Sierra against Huda. Now, Huda, I am not like a Huda stan at all. She's messy as fuck. She's a little slutty, especially when it comes to the challenges. She crosses boundaries and shit like that.
What did she do that they blanked out? They didn't show us.
So, well, yes, something definitely was a little bit over the line.
You think she like 69'd him? Like she put her ass in his face?
Well, his dick wasn't out, but you know, I mean, she might have touched something. Who knows?
Or she might have like bit it or something, because she's very like.
I don't know. They definitely was a little bit of a.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Because you're gonna go against everything I say. There's an intern here named Morgan. You don't see her because she's ashamed of me. But
brand new record deal.
Brand new record deal.
Pop.
But she has a opposing view of everything I say. All right, what is it?
I literally was just gonna say that we don't see the full thing of what Huda does on Ace. We do see her turn around and put the punani in his face.
Yeah.
And he was doing a bit too much. So obviously Shelly does need to be mad at him too, but it takes two to tango. But it looked like a lot. It did look like a lot. You know, we don't see the full thing, but that's all I'll say.
Okay. It definitely was a lot. Okay. And she might have crossed like a line, but I don't think that it was malicious or intentional. I thought that's just Huda being Huda, because it's during this heart rate challenge thing where they're specifically making them all go crazy on each other. Exactly. And the producers do that for a reason, knowing that someone's going to get pissed off. Of
course.
And Huda walked into that trap. They walked into the trap of being mad at Huda, and it made for this moment of whatever. that's not even as. So if you want to be mad at her about it, you pull her to the side, be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like whatever. Then that's somewhat of a right to do that.
But she's overreacting.
You can feel however you can feel. I think it's a little bit over. Look, we don't know what happened if there was something we didn't see, but ultimately, I'm watching each of them in leashes and fucking thongs and touching each other and flipping each other upside down.
He came out as a Flintstone.
Shelly's on the ground getting fucking humped by dude.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So I didn't really see, that as like the thing I thought it was going to turn into. Because I've been talking about these challenges from the beginning.
Yeah.
And how fucking violating they are.
Yeah.
So whatever. There was one that it worked. The one challenge got Shelly to kind of bug out, right? But it was more so like the whole thing with that. And then I think that caused a Mean Girl kind of chain reaction of like all the shit we hate Hudda for.
Yeah.
The shit that happened with Jeremiah in the beginning.
Yep.
And now the thing with Chris, the tall dude who's like the man, by the way.
He's the man.
He's the man. And now all of a
He
sudden,
was like, I'll go back overseas and play ball.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
yeah, literally, literally. So I kind of like, and I'm trusting his judgment too. Like he's seeing it the way that we're seeing it, and he's like, we're on Love Island. We're all kissing each other and doing different shit. You can't say that. You can't tell Hudda like, okay, like you have to bring him here only for Shelly, but you can't explore a connection between him.
Exactly.
They're in a fucking couple together.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen. So they're just picking and choosing different times to get mad at each other. I also think that the producers probably told them to all step their game up with the drama because they've never fought this whole time. So the producers do this thing where they come in at a certain point, they'll be like, you all suck, America hates you, you need to step it up, you need to start calling.
You think they'll do that on Love Island? Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it happens on every reality show.
Oh,
they're like, you fucking guy. That's why Nick was like, I don't fucking play that shit. All of a sudden, all the guy, Ace, fucking like
Ace was shaking.
his little
Ace was so mad.
the way
He
he's
was
like
shaking.
going up like all gangster and shit. He's like the mailbox is like bigger than him.
The way he opened the mailbox.
Yeah. That mailbox just didn't fit well in a serious moment.
The mailbox was 2 times the size.
So that they're all just fighting with each other. And watch, now they're gonna dial it back, I bet, because the producers probably will walk in and probably tell them all like, "Oh guys, we're family. What are we all fighting for?"
And they don't realize that the producers are like, the fucking
Master
oracle.
puppeteers?
Yeah, they don't realize that, and they're like, maybe
Of
we should
course
just be cool.
Of course they do, but they're fucking in Fiji. What are they gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna listen to you. The only girl that I think did that was the girl that got voted off the second week.
Yeah,
The girl Belle, whatever the fuck her name was.
I don't even remember.
Bella, because she was like, I'm not doing this shit. She's like, I'm not fucking letting these like, remember the day she tried to like do the kissing? Then the Hawaiian
Oh yeah,
girl.
it's the Hawaiian
that
girl
you
with like
said
the
had,
Canadian slang
energy.
accent. Yeah. Hey, broski. Hey, bro, I'll give you a kiss on the cheese, you Gerbert. And she was saying like weird. She was just like a weird little slang.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was beautiful, and she got knocked off. She was kissing people on the cheek, and she went hard one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're so deep in it. I feel, this is insane. This is like Truman Show. Because
Yes,
like
that's what I was trying to
we
say.
film any show I've ever been on like filmed 6 months ago.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers
there right
are
now.
live in there with the scrutiny and the pressure of America watching them. Like this show is insane. And they're all kind of like flipping out and reacting to it. And like, like if the producers come in and say, you got to adjust on the fly and shit, then they're going to definitely,
And-
I've seen that happen 1,000 times.
And they kind of built like their own body language. Like, if I make you breakfast in the morning, if I also make her a little toast on the side, means I kind of was thinking about her. He gave the bitch too many flowers. He gave the other bitch only one pancake.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's the thing about Love Island is like, it's become so desensitized to sexual things
Yes.
that the
all those-
challenges are like, oh, who cares? You were just spitting in my mouth.
Yes.
But the one little extra flower means something because something has to mean something at some point.
Yeah.
So
I'm
now
all
they're
over-
saying
yeah.
all that shit does.
I'm all over the place. Last question, and then we'll get back to what you were saying. Was that real milk, Vinny?
Of course. I mean, what else would it be? Usually milk is the thing that replaces the thing that's disgusting. So, like, if you were doing a challenge that was like, like if you're doing a challenge that is supposed to look like champagne, then it's going to be like ginger ale or something like that.
Okay, that I understand.
Yeah. So, what are you going to get to make it look
I
like
thought it
milk?
would be like, I don't know, like some sort of a water.
Cloudy water or
some
something?
sort of like
No,
liquid.
it's probably milk.
That's so disgusting. because they didn't shower after that. They were in the same costumes. So that means you had that stale milk smell all over you.
Who? Oh,
That's
this,
crazy.
Nah, dude, this shit is like man,
Anyways.
humiliating.
So
And they're
go
in
ahead.
Fiji and like in the heat
It's-
all
yeah.
fucking day long, smelling
You
like milk.
know what that smells like
Yeah.
when something with milk dries. It's like, throw
Listen,
it.
they're full sending it for the show. They
Yeah.
got a good group of people to not to form real connections, but to just go full artard.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think
Who else was
okay.
the dramatic one? Also, like I hate that like now like because we were all rooting for like I love Shelly from the beginning and
Me
stuff.
too, me too.
But now it's like people are like, oh, I want TJ to win. Like I want
No.
like just it's just
It's gonna
becoming.
be Nick and Sierra.
I don't think it's gonna be Nick and
It's gonna
Sierra.
be Nick and Sierra.
No, because they're giving Messi now.
No,
because Sierra's
they
kind
closed
of
off now.
No, I think you're wrong. I think
don't
it's.
know.
I think someone. Wow, Morgan, you actually agree with me for something? What a shock!
Really, I think they're
Patty doesn't agree.
Doesn't agree. They're closed off. He has no idea what we're talking about. They're closed off. Nick
No.
is clean. Nick has fun, and Sierra is cool.
No,
How?
Sierra
Really?
is getting involved in the girly drama, so I think that she's forming enemies.
Yeah.
Amaya is universally loved by everybody because she's so funny and the way
There's
she.
something we don't know. There has to be because the guys every time they talk, the guys are like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Amaya, please."
Well, because she starts crying within 5 seconds of talking
this
to
guy,
them.
she's like that girl in high school where you're just like, "Oh my God," you know, too much
Snooki.
school spirit.
It's Snooki. The
It's
first season of Snooki, we were all in the house like this girl is crazy. And the first week, no one talked to her because we're like, what is going on in your head? She's like wrestling with the phone, like having like a full-time like wrestling match with the duck phone. And we're all just like, is this girl like okay? Ends up being the superstar of the show because America is falling in love with her.
Yeah.
That's what it
I
is.
felt bad. I felt a little bad. Did you feel a little bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a little bad.
Because and that's the thing. It's like people are clinging on to like whatever genuine thing that they can find.
Yeah.
And they're like finding her genuine because she cannot physically hide her feelings.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
La toxica.
What'd she say? Gratitude? The gratitude?
Gratitude. She's that. She's Snooki. So maybe somebody has to kind of a guy like whoever is gonna come in at the last second. Didn't you say like last time someone came in at the last minute? Someone's gonna come in at the last minute, like some random dude, team up with Amaya and win the show
Oh my God. I don't know.
and make a
My
quick
money-
50K.
Quick 50K. I don't know. My money's on Nick and Sierra. But so after this thing, they're mad at Sierra now for being hard on Huda?
Well, it just formed. Sierra was like beloved, I feel like universally.
I felt she was well spoken in the beginning of that challenge. She was
Yeah,
like,
but now the people that are Team Huda from the last thing, like the Mean Girl clique is like a mortal sin on reality TV.
Really?
Mostly women watch this show. So the amount of like little notes that I saw last night, like like Instagram notes
Yeah.
from all the girls that I have mutual followings with.
Yeah.
The amount of ones that are like Shelly, Sierra, Landra, get out. Sally, Sierra, Landra, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Wow.
So, and now you're starting to hear different sides, but more like where they're coming from, which I understand. But it's very, very prominent to get Sierra's name thrown into like a villainous kind of role. Like life comes at you fast, man. It could all stop in a blink of an eye. Now, can she come back and re-fall in love? Yeah, but that's how reality show works.
Well, you haven't watched any other season of Love Island, right?
No.
Have you watched other seasons of Love Island? So you know what's going to happen next. That movie theater.
The movie thing, yeah.
Movie night's coming up. And that's a big...
Damn, I guess we got to do one more podcast.
I'm telling you, brother. Let's just call this... Dude, let's just call the show Bruv Island.
Bro. I
Let's
love
call it
that.
Bruv Island.
I like that.
Bruv Island with Vinny.
I like that.
In my face.
What do we do when it ends?
We start working out and being straight guys again.
Yeah. Okay. What do we talk about on the podcast? Politics.
Wrestling.
Um,
yeah. But anyways.
So I agree. Yeah, the movie shit is going to be interesting, and we'll see who played it cool. Like, and of course, like again, that's going to show Amaya in such a nice light because she's never like went out of her way to, But HUD is going to look bad. The rest of the girls going to look bad for being cliquey.
Yeah. But Huda's not in a real relationship with Chris. Like Huda's going to get exiled or whatever.
Well, I don't know. She might like because now the tides are turning. People are liking her again because they're making her out to be a hero. That's what I'm saying. Like the people that are anti the clique thing, they're now Team Hudda and Team Taylor.
Yeah, she did look good in that little French maid's uniform thing.
Oh no, she kills it in the challenge. She wiles out in the challenges. Yeah. I could watch her do challenges all day.
Very good job.
Yeah, challenge me, Hudda.
There you go, Hudda.
Figs, why do you think Nick and Sierra are gonna win? Like, what's your reason for that?
Before this mailbox thing.
Before the mailbox.
I guess. I mean, even with the mailbox thing, I still think that Sierra's like well-spoken, whatever. Because they just seem to have it going on. Like, they had their little blip with the other people from Casa Amor, whatever. They came back. They both really like each other. They closed things off. You know, both the men and the men love Nick. The women love Sierra.
What the fuck does close things off mean? Because now, They don't.
It means they can't fuck with anybody else.
Not even during the challenges? They're just going to sit there?
It literally, that means like, keep it cute. We are
No
together.
wonder why they wait until episode 30 for that, for there to be a week left in the show.
How much longer is left?
2 weeks?
Like a week and a half. That's it.
Which is like 14 episodes for
Yeah.
Exactly. Literally.
But yeah, I can see why, because it's like the point of all the challenges was to make them all intermix.
They're kind of like the OGs, though. I feel like America likes them.
Nah, I think they did, and they kind of still do. But it's not. I don't anticipate that. My money's not on that.
If Taylor was with Olandra, I thought that they were going to win. I thought Taylor and Olandra were going to win.
Well, that could have happened, but he didn't play it like that. He wasn't like, let me just go for.
Imagine if he said, "You want me to pick? I pick you, Olandra." I'm sorry.
Yeah, then he might have won.
That would have been epic.
Yeah, he's not playing it to win the show. He's kind of playing it like, who do I actually like here? Type of thing.
That might be something that America.
This is why I don't do traders and shit, bro.
Traders, you'd be great.
No, but it's all of this thing. It's all of like, oh, what am I doing? Who should I be friends with? Who should I not?
But
be?
America
I'm not
has nothing
smart
to do
enough
with
for that. I can't even get out of a fucking escape room on Staten Island, let alone win.
But they might love you. They
traders.
might love that about you.
I would have to accidentally win. I'd have to accidentally just team up in alliance with the right people and the wrong people.
No, they would keep you along.
like Slumdog Millionaire. You ever see that movie?
No.
You never saw Slumdog Millionaire?
No.
You ever see Slumdog Millionaire? Oh my God. Can you guys experience some culture?
Sorry.
It's a movie about where the dude was from India and he ends up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and he's poor.
Yeah.
And he ends up on their version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and they think he's cheating because he's getting every answer right. But every question they ask had to just coincidentally do with something in his life.
Really?
So every time they ask a question, they do the flashback to why he knows that fact.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And it's from him having this crazy life as like a kid on the street and being like a gangster and having it's a really great movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
So that would be me. Like I have to divinely team up with the right people to win.
I never saw it. I gotta check it out. It won an Oscar, didn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah. Another like stupid hypocritical thing that everyone's doing is like that I said today was like the same people. Nicolandria is the stupidest take I've ever heard on a reality show in my life. Just because you have this little schoolgirl fantasy of being with Nick doesn't mean that Alandria
Vinny,
did.
do not do this right now. You did not even have to say that. First of all,
They did look cute, but then
every girl that's saying this has a crush on Nick, and they're just putting themselves in Alandria's like shoes.
liar.
You're like a mom.
You just said before we started, if Nick comes here, I have to be here and meet him.
Okay, messy boots. First of all, why would you say that on air? Second of all, let me say this, right? He literally said verbatim, "You are one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my lifetime," right? He's not saying the same shit to Sierra. Low-key, Nick and Sierra is giving scam. It's giving scam. It's giving we want to touch the 100K.
It is giving scam.
Ooh.
And every single time Nick starts to pull back, Sierra, bust the punani on him and like they get back together, they get cute. Yeah. But he was saying to Olandria, like, no. And at movie night, when they play that kiss in the speakeasy that they had, where they were like on top of each other, you saw how they were. It's going to be messy because that was real. You can't say that was not real.
It was not real at all.
They looked like, bro.
I mean,
just
think
because they kissed each other.
Figs sees what I'm saying, bro. It's the way he talks about her in the confessionals. In his confessionals, he's
they're definitely going to show that.
Like, thank you, bro.
I don't have to defend myself because I know I'm right. Okay, if you're explaining, you're already fucked.
The only thing about Olandria, the only thing is that I feel like her kissing is not the best. She kisses with
she sticks the tongue out,
like right off the bat. I think when Sierra and Nick kiss, I see passion. I see rhythm.
Yeah.
They're kissing each other like adults. Olandria kisses like a teenager who's trying to be sexy.
Okay. She
You know what I
wants to
mean?
show tongue.
She kissed the same way with Taylor. Taylor also don't know how to kiss. He's like,
Can you
you
imagine?
ever watch Taylor kiss? He's like,
Can you imagine how Olandria does other things?
that's for the Patreon show. Right? You gotta subscribe. Watch that on OnlyFans. But yeah, I can only. I mean, she's obviously
Okay.
a sexy woman.
I hear
right
what
now.
Morgan's saying. I think that Nick and Sierra is. I think that's all a scam. I think that none of these people are going to get married. Okay. I think that they're just playing it. Who's a good partner? And I think that they're two level-headed individuals that kind of linked up together, and it's kind of scammy and whatever, right? But the whole Olandria thing, that happened when they both almost got kicked off.
Yeah, the producer's like, we can't send them home.
That we need something to do with them. No one voted for them. Let's put them together. Two huge figures.
What was the reason? Did they ever give a reason
What?
why they saved them?
No.
There's
Just
absolutely no reason.
No reason. Just because everyone liked them and they probably wanted to start this like other side thing. And now this other side thing will probably come back, like she said, to haunt them. It's going to come back to, because right now we're all like, all the smart people like me are saying like, why weren't you mad at Olandria for kissing Nick? You know, but right now
because Sierra didn't feel threatened by her.
right now they're too focused on the other shit.
Yeah.
But once the movie night happens, Sierra's gonna be like, you know what? I should probably feel a type of way.
Kind of go hard, like the way you looked at her and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. But I don't blame Nick and Olandria for doing it either, because again, they were
Nick
about
is
to get
having fun.
They were about to get thrown off.
Yeah.
He was having fun. You want to stay there.
That's what I like about Nick. I like that Nick is always like he's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
like, oh shit, he's
Yeah.
having a good time.
yeah,
He doesn't seem, except for that guy Elon. That guy got under his skin.
yeah.
How do you feel about Sierra and Nick just fucking all the time?
Are they fuck? Because I keep hearing they hear them.
Yeah,
Are they just-
they're fucking.
They're
They
just hearing
fucked
them fuck?
twice or 3 times.
yeah.
Like, how do you
well,
feel about that? Like,
I guess once you're the producers let you know when you could be closed off. No one, because if it was up to everyone, they would just be closed off right from the beginning. Jeremiah and Hudda would have been closed off from the get-go.
really?
Yeah, I mean, they all, I don't think they all want to fucking fuck each other like they keep doing. The poor Dominican girl, she just wants to get her followers
So
up.
like, are we in the friend zone? Pepe, so like, I don't like you.
Yeah,
Pepe is like, no, you have no personality.
Yeah.
Fuck Pepe. I would have ran away with that mommy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she just wants her followers up. She already had like 500,000, I think.
Yeah.
Like she's ready to. She's
beautiful.
gonna get a telenovela.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
She's
She's
gonna
be on she's gonna be on the Miami Spanish version of Dancing with the Stars.
Miami's Got Talent.
Yeah, Miami's
be-
got talent.
She's gonna be the Sofia Vergara of it.
So I think that's wait, what was I saying for that?
She's poor girl. Pepe is an idiot. Pepe got to do something with that hair. Anyway,
Pepe's cool. I don't know. I
want
kind of
Pepe
like. I liked what he was saying. He was like, "You guys sent my girl home."
yeah. No, I liked his part.
Yeah.
His part during the mailbox thing. He was pretty like, okay, like I'm
Yeah.
not.
I feel like the mailbox thing showed a lot of people's like true colors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why we liked the guy Chris. Pepe was kind of cool.
Ace was shaking.
Ace
Ace was like,
yeah.
and he
he's-
mentioned the height thing. Like,
I know
how
he's not
insecure.
5'10". No way.
Fraudulent.
He's
Fraudulent.
dangled
He
from
is
the
not
fucking
5'10".
He was like, I got heart. That
Yeah,
other
yeah.
guy is he may be 6'8", 6'5", but I'm 5'10". I got heart.
But even he made Shelly look weird because she's like getting mad and shit. But meanwhile, he's like, I'm having this fun challenge and shit. As you're next to me,
I thought it was reversed. Ace
What?
got mad at Shelly.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, Shelly's like, why the fuck are you mad at me? Shelly's
no,
like,
no,
how
no,
could
no,
you
no,
be
no.
mad at me? And we
No,
both did
Shelly
the
got
same
mad
thing.
at Hudda for doing that thing, which she
Oh.
also should be mad at Ace for because he was part of that.
Yeah.
But in Ace's world, he's like, yo, I'm going to have fun in this challenge because it's the least I can do because you're out here.
But he was mad that she doubled down.
You're also out here talking to Chris in a real relationship.
Yes,
I'm going to
yes,
have
yes.
fun and like clap some cheeks for a second.
Yeah. Gotta let him clap
He
him.
was just laughing. It was kind of funny.
Dressed as a Flintstone.
That's why it's probably like, yeah, man, this is like watching like a simulation of like couple swapping.
That's why people love it.
If you couple swap or you're like a swinger and shit, like that's why I could never do that.
Me neither.
Because I'd be like, oh, like
Be heartbroken.
you're fucking my girl, but don't hold her hand, okay?
Yeah. I'll start crying.
It's too much.
I'll be very sad.
That didn't hit like I wanted to.
No, we were all thinking about our loved ones being
Yeah,
swooped
yeah,
by
yeah,
Jeremiah. Jeremiah swooping in Yo, let me play for a chat, girl.
Nah, Jeremiah, I could never.
Ah, man, it's
Also, the big dude Chris, whenever it's a challenge, and he literally takes the other guy's girls and lifts them
you're
up
mine now.
so easily, like a fucking
You're
caveman.
coming with me.
I'm not gay, but if I was, like, I would want to be thrown around like that.
All right,
you know what I
well.
mean? Meanwhile, like, fucking Nick with his little scrawny arms, he can't do that.
Me, mamacita.
He just takes every girl and just fucking lifts her up.
It's crazy, man. It's getting intense, dude. It's
Bruv
getting-
Island.
Bruv Island.
Nick did lift up Alandria though in that challenge
Oh,
over her
God,
shoulders.
let it go.
I'm just
Let
saying.
it go. It's never going to be a thing.
If you had to match somebody, you would match them. If you were able to pick who you think should be with who would you guys move around?
Thank you for asking me, Figs. I really appreciate that.
I'm not going to.
Right. I think that Nick and
Don't
Alandria.
even show your face.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, calm down. Nick and Alandria, I support, okay? I can't get over it. I'm sorry. I think Sierra and Nick, it's giving scam.
Okay.
I think Austin was too nasty to Amaya last night. Get him off my island. I'm sorry.
He likes Austin.
I kind of like
you just
Austin.
like him because
No, I like him. He's very silly and he's very
autistic.
dumb. Like he's very dumb and he's very like a fun time to watch. But that was uncalled for. Amaya's probably the realest girl in there. She's very sweet. Like I don't know. It
Yeah,
felt
but
like
that-
that
I
was a
think
bit
she's
much.
a little
which
bit
is why America loves her.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't really-
I think
yeah.
as a gentleman, and I think that's the only thing that was wrong about Austin. As a gentleman, you got to be like, oh wait a minute, this girl's just a little. She's just a little heightened.
I will go a little bit.
Let me be nice to her.
Yeah, I will go a little bit past the Matrix though, and of there's a reason. I don't know if the producers had something to do with it, but there's a reason why like certain people, like everyone got a little bit messy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like he had to call her out or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know why.
I don't know if he like even wanted to.
They said it could be anonymous, and everyone was like, "All right, no, we're gonna say who it is."
Yeah,
So what's the
yeah.
point of writing a question mark if you're gonna just say it after?
You're right. I
Did
think,
anybody stay quiet? There were some questions that people.
yeah, that they just. Like,
I think it
skipped
was the
over.
one with Ace. I think it was the one with Taylor. He had a question that said something like why did you not like why are you make up your mind or something like that. And I think it was Ace.
There was one weird when I saw the question mark and then just went to the next one. I'm like, whoa,
yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they wanted everyone to get called out, and they just maybe made specific people target other people.
Yeah. Pepe's girl was mad at him,
Yeah,
which was kind of like, why? Yeah, who are
yeah. She just doesn't.
Gyro? What's her name?
Grayson.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Grayson.
I thought it was Gyro. I need
The new
insulin.
Middle Eastern girl,
Gyro.
Jake Jill and Halal.
That was great. It's an inside joke. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Anyway, the world's going to shit. Diddy just got out of jail.
Hey, Diddy. I mean, he only got one charge, which
Yeah.
maybe served 2 years, 3 years.
I think that my opinion is I think that Diddy is a corrupt motherfucker. I think that he's done some crazy shit in his life. But whatever this trial, it ended up just being like him getting cucked the whole time with male prostitutes. And unfortunately, that's not the case that I wanted to see happen. And he got jail. Is he going to go to jail for the prostitutes?
No, he's
No?
going to go to jail for something else. He's bailed out. It was $1 million bail, I think.
Well, the law,
More than that?
I
Oh, fine.
during the whole thing, yo, like the whole fucking, the laws of human trafficking and shit are like kind of crazy. Like I was talking to this Canadian girl and she was telling me that whenever like her and her friends go to LA and shit, like they stop them at the border and they like question them and stuff like that, because even just like going to like, I guess when guys like fly girls out from across state lines and stuff, if there's some kind of money exchange or even like gifts or something that could be like prostitution or like something like that. And I'm like, I had 8 prostitutes last week.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Clip that.
What are you gonna, but what are you
I'm
going
gonna prostitute you right now.
There you go.
Sorry, you're from a different state. New Jersey?
All right, I'm going to head out of here.
New Jersey? Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. I don't understand, but if it's consensual, how... If a girl goes, I travel because I want to meet this guy.
Well, and a guy's always gonna spend money on you.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
you're probably gonna bang him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I am surprised he beat the feds, though, because usually when the feds, like for all the RICO and shit, it just seemed like it was so much bigger. And I think my inkling is that it was a bigger case and somehow it got shrunk down.
Something happened. The guy's a good guy. The guy, he's the same guy that got the other rapper. He got a rapper out for RICO charges.
Oh, right.
His lawyer is becoming notorious for getting guys off of RICO charges.
Yeah. Even her.
Poor Cassie, she's like now she aired out all that shit
Yeah.
for nothing. I mean, but at the end of the day, P. Diddy's name is scarred for life.
I don't know. I think he's getting a lot of public support.
From who? I don't know anybody who's like fucking good. Go Diddy.
This is from her lawyer. This entire criminal process started when our client Cassie had the courage to file her complaint. Although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking Cassie beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. So that's the thing. You have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And they were like, wait, like sometimes you were consenting to this. Sometimes you were the one hiring the prostitutes herself. So it just couldn't be proved beyond a reasonable doubt. And we all know he's a piece of shit for like beating her.
Of course.
But that's just not what he was on trial for.
Are there more?
But he got hookers off of Craigslist, which I didn't even know you can get guy hookers off of Craigslist.
Yeah, that's crazy. We should have did that in Miami.
We should have done that. Let's just call one right now and see
Yeah,
if
we got
he'll
the
come.
Punisher. He's outside.
Yeah.
One of them was called the
Aaron
Punisher.
Berg. He was
Aaron Berg. Yeah, hey everybody.
his phone will ring.
You can do down. You can do just stripping for us.
Aaron Berg's
Got
phone
Aaron
will ring.
Berg the goat. But
He sees me outside. He's like, dude, I'm doing a fucking movie about strippers. You in?
hell yeah,
I'm like, bro, I'm not taking my shirt off.
that's so funny.
And he starts lifting up his shirt. I'm like, oh, God.
Are there more charges for Diddy though, or this is it? After this
it.
is done? Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Not the blowing up the cars, not the.
Didn't he fucking take Kid Cudi's Christmas presents?
He's not on trial for that.
That should be the #1 law.
Yeah.
You fucked up Christmas. This motherfucker. I hope
Anyway.
he get Mangione. Maybe somebody will Luigi him.
Let's bring it home.
Sorry.
So guys, maybe you'll see me here in a week.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see me here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I want to go back to the drawing board and figure something out and, get that show, the recipe kind of right. Because that's also how I feel about the pod is when we do something, I love doing it. Like we were just in Miami, we're like, yo, let's go on a boat and like make a pod. Or when like someone is in town. But podcasting, I don't know if it really works like that. Like you kind of have to pump them out every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have
to take
experience.
the low. Yeah. You gotta ride the wave.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a little bit of a lull, and you gotta
be in the lull. And so I don't know. I feel like I've been riding. That's the way, like my feeling is I've been riding the shit from the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like again, 100,000 to 7,000 to
It's
1,000.
also weird the way the algorithm works, because you have like almost 100,000 subscribers, and like they're there because of Jersey Shore. So the algorithm might not push a podcast, but if you did something with a Jersey Shore person, it pushes it.
Right.
So like then it dawns a question: what if you created another page? For podcast
who the fuck
listeners.
knows? My little cousin
YouTube might throw it out. Yeah.
gets more views than I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have 5 million, 10 million collective followers on social media.
Yeah.
So it definitely has something to do with the
I
algorithm.
wouldn't let it bother you at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's like,
No.
Having fun.
I'm totally fine. I'm also like a very transparent person, and you can see the audience there.
yeah.
For certain things.
Yeah.
But then for certain things, they're like, I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, I just feel like the thing that they're saying I don't want to do that for is what the main thing is right now. And I want to kind of turn that into the thing that the audience kind of wants. You know what I mean? Or just keep doing it the way that I want to do it, which I have been doing it.
Yeah.
And see
Why
what
don't
happens.
you get like a more in shape Italian guy? Like, get me out of here.
Figs,
Give me $3,000. Give me
you're-
$3,000.
you're perfect.
We'll make a settlement. You hit me
Oh,
with
I said I'm
$3,000.
at the
Just for body shaming, you hit me with $3,000.
bro. I'll
Get a
buy
guy who's
you-
hotter.
I'll
and
give
see
you
what
a
happens.
gift certificate to Olive Garden.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I don't know where this goes from here. We'll hope maybe next week I'll be like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving, like Wolf of Wall Street. But if not, I love you. See you soon. Thank you to Mike Figs for being just like the man. Me and this guy, we're gonna be We watch Love Island in hotel rooms together. We go on 8-hour road trips where he asks me weird questions.
Miami, we were in clubs, chicks, craziness.
Took this guy to Live nightclub.
My girl didn't care at all. What she
No.
cared about the most was that I watched Love Island with you.
yeah.
That was the one where she was like, you're
Like,
getting,
Live
you're in the
nightclub,
doghouse.
I don't care.
Didn't care about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye, Morgan. What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.